Hello everyone, welcome to Learning Management System, Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. Today I am going to take class for 5th Sem Diploma Electrical and Electronics branch students for the subject Electrical Estimation and Costing, and the subject code is 15EE54T. The topic is how to calculate the extension of LT lines to a factory. LT lines is low tension lines. The voltage level is 400 volts. So let us solve a simple example here. Prepare the schedule of materials only for three-phase 4-wire LT line for electrification of a factory. Let us assume the factory is at 200 meter from the LT lines. Assume the average span of 65 meter. So that is the distance between two poles. So here 65 meter we are taking an average span for a 7.5 meter height of pole. So then number of span equal 200 by 65, that is equal to 3.07, and we have to take 3 here. If we take 4, then 65 into 4 gives 260 meter. The distance is 200 meters. That means we are going beyond the factory. So that's why we have to take 3 here. Then number of poles equal number of span plus 1. So that is 3 plus 1 gives 4 numbers. Then number of RCC poles equal 2 numbers. One number for each dead ends. Then number of PCC poles or intermediate poles equal number of poles minus number of RCC poles. That is, total number of poles is 4 and number of RCC poles is 2. Then it gives 2 numbers. Then number of 4-pin LT horizontal cross arms equal number of poles plus 1 at tapping point plus 1 into number of deviations. Here we have assumed no deviations. That means number of deviations is 0. Then it gives 4 plus 1 plus 0. Then it gives 5 sets. Next item is number of guy sets with all accessories. That is 2, 1 for each dead end, plus number of anchoring points into 2 plus 1 into number of deviation points. Here we have taken 0 deviations and anchoring points are also 0. Then we are going to get 2. Total is 2 sets. Number of guy sets is, then number of pin 1.1 kV class insulator with pin and nut equal number of poles plus number of deviations minus 1 dead end plus anchoring points, total into 4. Here number of deviations is 0 and also number of anchoring points is also 0. So then we are going to get 4 plus 0 minus 1 plus 0. So that is 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 into 4 is 12 numbers. Next item is number 8 string insulators. That is 2, 1 for each dead end plus 2 into number of anchoring points, total into 4. Here anchoring points we have taken is 0. So then 2 plus 2 into 0. That means 2 into 4. So we are going to get 8 numbers. Next item is length of number 4 ACSR conductor, that is 4 into number of kilometers into 1.03. So number of kilometer we have taken zero point 0.2 kilometer, 200 meter means that is zero point 0.2 kilometer. 4 into zero point 0.2 into 1.03, that gives 0.824 kilometers. Let us take another example. Prepare the schedule of materials only for three-phase four-wire LT line for electrification of a factory. Assume a factory is at 330 meter from LT lines. Then the average span is 65 meter. That is, we are assuming here, or a 7.5 meter height of pole. So then number of span, that is the distance between two poles, equal 330 divided by 65, that gives 5.07. So or say 5, number of span is 5, then number of poles equal number of span plus 1, so that is 5 plus 1, that gives 6 numbers. Then number of RCC poles equal 2 numbers, 1 number for each dead end. Next item is number of PCC poles or intermediate poles equal number of poles minus number of RCC poles, that is 6 minus 2 equal numbers. Next item is number of 4-pin LT horizontal cross arm, that is equal number of poles plus 1 at tapping point plus 1 into number of deviations. Here total number of poles is 6 and 1 number at tapping point, and the number of deviations we have assumed here 0. So that is 6 plus 1 plus 0, that gives total 7 sets. The next item is number of guy sets with all accessories, that is equal to 2, 1 for each dead end, plus number of anchoring points into 2 plus 1 into number of deviation points. Here we have taken anchoring points are 0, and also we have assumed deviation points are 0. So we are going to get 2 plus 0 plus 0. So we are going to get 2 sets. Then next item is number of 1.1 kV class pin insulator with pin and nut, that is equal to number of poles plus number of deviations minus 1 dead end plus number of anchoring points total in 4. Here number of poles is 6, number of deviations 0 minus 1 dead end plus number of anchoring points, that is 0. So then it gives 6 minus 1 is, that is 5. 5 into 4, that gives 20 numbers. Then the next item is number 8 strain insulators, that is equal to 2, 1 for each dead end plus 2 into number of anchoring points total into 4. Here number of anchoring points 0, so then we are going to get 2 plus 2 into 0, so that is 2 into 4, that gives 8 numbers. Next item is number 4 ACSR conductor. The length of number 4 ACSR conductor equal 4 into number of kilometers into 1.03, that is 4 into 0.33 into 1.03, that gives 1.36 kilometers. Here is the reference books. First one is Estimation and Specification by Gangadhar Rao. Second one is estimation and specification by Raghunath Rao. And next one is estimation and specification by Raghavendra Rao. This is the team that is responsible for developing e-content. Thank you for being with us. Please write to us your suggestion about content, tools and format, etc. to lms.dtek@gmail.com. Thank you. Let us meet again in the next session.